Also, I'd just like to report that the moment I stepped out of the actual airport, I almost got hit by a Tesla. So
it's true. True story. We're like, is it gonna stop?
I was like, is it gonna stop? I was like, okay, I'm not gonna risk it. It's the first day. We're at the airport. We're about to get in the line to get our tickets and get checked in and get our baggage all set up and ready to go. And we're gonna be the first in line because there's literally no one in line right now. So we're really excited.
People aren't even here to check us.
Yeah, no. So, and we're here and our flight leaves at 1 a.m. and it's 9:27. So I feel like that's so different than going to Orlando because usually you're here like early and there's somebody here to check you in because it's a domestic flight. But international flights are a little bit different, I guess. So we're here, we're ready. So we're exhausted. I am at least.
I am too.
Kelly's exhausted.
Like less than 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Work day.
Yes, we all work today. So well, besides Jonathan.
Yeah. He just drank.
Jonathan did have a couple of drinks, and so the car ride over here was
awful.
Jonathan, get out of the shot.
I thought we were taking a picture.
No. So we're standing in line. The actual counter does not open up until 10:20. I'm sorry, Jonathan is literally like he's causing a problem. So 10:20 is when this actual counter opens. So that's when we can actually check in. So that'd be really nice to know next time. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the next 2 weeks of our lives.
11 days.
It's now 11:54, so it's midnight right now. This is the latest I've stayed up ever in my life. Just kidding. We've definitely crafted past 12. A lot.
Yeah.
But we are both exhausted. I obviously have wiped off all my makeup. And we are getting on the plane here in this short hour. We are very excited.
Yay! And I'm hoping to sleep.
I'm hoping to pass out. Sayonara.
Bye.
So we chose to fly ANA over to Japan. We also used it to fly to Hong Kong, and we flew from Shanghai over to Japan when we actually flew back to Japan to enjoy the rest of our trip. So we flew ANA, and it was fantastic. We absolutely loved it. As you can see here, the meal was actually super good, and we got 2 meals on this flight. We got a meal flying from Japan to Hong Kong, and then coming from Shanghai over to Japan, we did get another meal. So that was impressive. So we touched down in Japan, and we had a short layover there, and then we actually flew from Japan to Hong Kong, and that's where we started our trip. So we just got off the airplane.
Yay!
It was 10 hours of fun. This is the best airplane experience.
Yeah, it was really nice. We got 2 meals.
We got 2 meals, and it was just amazing. I am obviously so tired. Yeah, it was just economy.
It wasn't anything special.
Yeah, no, there was.
Really nice.
It was really amazing, and like we were getting gypped when we were going to Florida. Like,
Step it up, America.
Yeah, let's go. What the heck? So we are here. We're currently in Tokyo. We're in Japan, and then we are going to get on a flight to Hong Kong at 8 o'clock. And then
4:30 a.m. right now.
Yeah, ish. So we have some time here in the airport. I wish we could escape and go explore Japan a little bit, but we'll be back in just 4 or 5 short days. 4 or 5, I don't know. 6. That's the spirit.
5 nights.
I don't even know what date it is. Honestly, I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, we lost a day.
We did lose a day, so it's now the 9th, and we are in the future.
Yep.
Oh, you're still going. Hopefully this works. Which button should I use? What is this, Braille? Is it Braille for your feet? Stop getting me and get the beautiful Japan skyline. We want that one, right? What do they call me? Arigato. Arigato.
That's the second part.
Stuck together. And why are we on the tire? The two big guys.
Biggest, tallest people.
This is literally my face describes how we feel right now. So we're finally in Hong Kong. Got through immigration, got on our bus. It's like being back in the Bahamas.
Take a selfie, y'all.
Super hot.
It's a gajillion degrees, so
Oh, we're taking a selfie.
I'm filming.
Terrible. Get it. 16 hours of flight travel.
We just did it. So we're gonna go check into the hotel
Yes.
and then hopefully
If we get to the hotel.
shower.
Yeah, but can we talk about the flight, please? Just a little bit.
So our flight,
Was amazing.
our first flight, we had 2 meals. So that was from LAX to Haneda. And we got on the plane from Haneda to Hong Kong. And we got another meal.
Yes.
ANA is the best airline in the whole entire world.
And we got a tiny little Haagen-Dazs
Yeah.
ice cream, which was amazing.
And it was a 4-hour flight. When we fly 4 to 5 hours to Orlando, guess what we get?
Goose egg.
What do you want me to do? I told you this.
So, dear all the American airlines,
Get it together.
The full experience.
please, because that was an amazing experience.
It was.
What the heck?
All right, let's make it more icy.
Okay, well, we're gonna head out.
And sweat some more.
We're just straight up just sweating. But that's okay, because you know what? We're really used to it with Florida.
It's true. Back of the bus right here.
You know this is a British problem because you're driving the wrong side of the road.
So we actually had the Disneyland Hotel in Hong Kong set up a van or a bus, I guess, to come pick us up from the airport. There was a ton of other people on there, but I think next time we'll just rent a taxi because we actually rented a taxi going back to the airport and it was much cheaper. I think it just is more luxurious, but it still wasn't at all. But it was still a nice ride into the actual Hong Kong Disneyland Resort. It was kind of cool to see. They're doing a ton of construction around the airport. So I would have been super confused if I were to not know what was going on. So I'm glad that we did do the bus for the first time. But now that we're a little bit more aware of what's going on, I think we just would do a taxi next time because it was a little bit cheaper. But the bus is something that's really convenient, and if you just want to spring for it and have no worries, they will totally get you to your hotel on the Hong Kong Disneyland Resort property, which was fantastic. So here we go. So we did get to stay at the Disneyland Hotel for 2 nights when we did go to Hong Kong. It is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. I tried to show as much as I could, but being also on exhaustion and just kind of not knowing what was going on was kind of a big factor in what was happening. But we actually stayed here 2 nights. We stayed in this room together. It was about $350 per couple for the 2 nights, so we split up the cost to stay here together because we knew we weren't going to be here for the biggest chunk of time. I wish we would have spent more time at Hong Kong, honestly. I'll get into that later, but this room was absolutely fantastic. It had everything we needed, and it was just gorgeous. Each of the rooms come with a toiletry kit, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, it was just absolutely gorgeous hotel. The grounds were gorgeous, and I will show you that in a later video because we had to go walk around all the different hotels. But this hotel, just something else. It's super fun to explore, and we really loved seeing the differences in all the Disneyland hotels because we actually stayed in all 3 of them in the Asia parks. So take a look at what the Disneyland Hotel in Hong Kong kind of has to offer, and hopefully you get to stay here next time because it was absolutely gorgeous. So each hotel that we stayed in did have their own restaurant, which we actually did not eat at. The only restaurants that we ate at the hotels were in Shanghai. We did eat at the quick service location there, I think in both the Disneyland Hotel and then at Toy Story, and then we did eat at Tokyo Disney in their hotels. But we did not get to enjoy the cuisine here, so next time we definitely will.